What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, you guys? It's be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Belle Collective Season 6, Episode 1. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Friday night, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on, y'all? Now, I know y'all are wondering, Scotty, why are you so late with this review? You normally go live right after the show. And I normally do go live after the show. But baby, they had me working late today. And I gotta film twice tomorrow. We're filming like the last few pickup scenes that we need to film for this damn show. So I was like, if I want this review to come out, then I'm gonna have to do it late at 11:30. God knows I don't want to, but it look like I'm gonna have to be quite honest. So of course I didn't want to get off of work and have to do this shit. Y'all done had like 3-4 videos today. But I was like, you know what, we're gonna go on and get off of work, watch this show, then go on and get this, live done and over with. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why we here late. Hopefully all of y'all tune in. That's what I'm hoping for. But if everybody don't, then it is what it is, right? Right. Look at Bando talking some and dude, shut up. But we are here, okay? Now, y'all know that we get started at the 5-minute mark. So let me let you guys know that I am currently sending off pre-orders right now for the books at hand. I'm definitely sending out pre-orders. I went to the post office earlier today, right before work. I was 20 minutes late for work trying to get y'all them damn books. But like I said, I'm sending them out 4 at a time because this shit costs to send y'all these damn books. And I'm going in order of who pre-ordered first to last. So that's the order that we're going in. So I know a lot of y'all say, well, every time I say something about I'm sending out pre-orders, while I'm waiting on mine. I know you are, child. You probably was at the end of the damn road, honey. But we gonna get these books out to you guys. That's the main thing. That's the main focus. I'm trying to get these books out to y'all. For those of you because I sent out 4 today. Well, 3 because one of them didn't have an apartment number on there. So that's the only reason why that one didn't get sent off today. But I know that person personally, so I got their apartment number so I can send it off. But as far as the other 3, if you live in Chicago and if you live in Indianapolis, y'all will get y'all book on Wednesday. The person that lives in Mississippi, they're getting theirs on Tuesday. So I got the receipt back there. So I'll be tracking the packages. But yeah, we're going to be, every single week I'm sending out books. Probably going to try to do it twice a week, to be honest. I'm going to send out books twice a week. Yes, I am an author now, honey. Yes, I am. It don't even seem for real, but yes, I am an author now. It's crazy. I'm an award-winning YouTuber, and I am an author. And Bando, that book is never coming. That book is never motherfucking coming. It ain't coming. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't nobody ever gonna read that book. I promise you they not. I ain't never sending that book out for nobody to see at all. But thank y'all for watching my videos today. I did a lot of covering on the Cardi and Nicki stuff. I talked about JT's diss record as well. I did a lot of videos on that, and y'all got like 3 videos today and all that. This show finna come out next month, and I can't wait for y'all to see it. There's a lot going on this show. Shit that probably shouldn't be going on, but it's going on this show. I can't wait till I'm able to talk about it. But anyway, with that being said, it's 41 of y'all up in here so far. So we're going to go ahead and get into this review, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, y'all know I keep my notes on hand on my phone right here. Y'all know that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Excuse me. Now we get into Marie and Latrice. That's what we starting off with. And who never would have thought we'd ever be starting off any episode of any kind with these 2 women right here, because we already know how they get down and we know that they don't get along. So starting off an episode with them is kind of crazy, don't you think? But Marie pulls up at Marie pulls up at Goddess Links. That's what she pulls up at. She pulls up at Goddess Links. And she's at the drive-through window and she's talking to one of Latrice's employees. And Latrice is like, Riri girl, what's going on? Come up in the inside. You ain't gotta be at the window. Just come up to the inside. So they go into the inside and then Marie says that I'm here visiting Latrice, and I'm telling you, we're trying to move forward. We all been, we've been trying, for the last couple of years, we ain't been getting along. All we do is fight and fuss, fight and fuss. But now we're at a place where we've hugged it out. I cooked her a hamburger last season, and she ate my food. So now we're in this place where we're trying to get along. Now we're trying to be able to be copacetic and coexist. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to do. Notice that she didn't say they're trying to be friends, but she says that they're trying to learn how to coexist. Now, I can get with the coexisting. Everybody is not meant to be your friend. So, long as you can coexist, that is absolutely okay. We can coexist all day. I can coexist with a motherfucker all day, but that don't mean we got to be friends. We could coexist. We could be cordial. But I think that what Marie is actually saying is they're working on being cordial. Coexisting means I can coexist in the same spaces as you, but we ain't gotta talk, we ain't gotta speak, we ain't gotta smile at each other, we ain't gotta do shit. Long as we don't try to pop each other in the eyes, we fine. Long as we can coexist in the same room, that's it. Like we ain't gotta do shit, we ain't gotta speak, we ain't gotta do nothing. That is my term of coexisting. Being cordial is having small talk, say, hey, how you doing? And going on about my business, that's being cordial. But coexistence is simply being around a person that I really don't fuck with like that and just trying to keep the peace. That's pretty much what my basis of, coexisting and now being cordial means for me. So she says that Latrice says she was confused by shut up, Pando. Latrice said that she was confused by the Cedric and Martin situation because she said over the holidays they was at a restaurant and Marie had this white man Martin with her, but the next thing she knew, she seen her with Cedric. So she's trying to understand what's really going on. So it looks like Marie got a love triangle going on. Like this is the flavor of love. She's trying to figure out who's gonna get the next clock. And right now, as we already know, Cedric is an ex-husband and Martin is this new white dude that she dates. So I guess she's trying to juggle the two because for the last couple of years, all Marie been doing is being a part of the bullshit and the mess. So now she wants to give us a damn storyline by saying she's juggling two men. All I gotta say is this. So Marie, you juggling these two men. So is Essie somewhere involved in this juggling that you're doing? Because we already know that y'all done said that y'all was soulmates in the confessionals on the first season. That's why we already thought that y'all was kitty clicking at first. But I guess y'all ain't kitty clicking at this particular moment. So I guess she ain't a part of the get down when it come down to the juggling. I guess not. But she trying to figure it out. So Marie asked Latrice what's going on with her. And Latrice is saying that she's trying to navigate between taste and Goddess Links. She says that being a business owner of two different businesses is a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to keep things in order for each business is a lot for her. And Taste is doing so well. It's always packed. It's always this. And then Goddess Links is also doing well. So it's a lot on her plate. Now, although I'm not in Mississippi no more, I see people go to Taste all the time on social media. There's people that stay going to Taste. I never hear a bad word about Taste. And I did say the next time I go home, I'm going to Taste because I want to know what it's giving. I want to know what it's giving because a lot of people don't really say nothing bad about Taste at all. They don't. I never heard anything bad. I've had friends that was, having birthday celebrations there and stuff like that. So, and the people down here in Mississippi, let me tell y'all, if they don't like it, they're going to tell you that they don't motherfucking like it. And I ain't just saying this because it's Latrice. If Latrice had some bullshit going on at Taste, I would definitely tell y'all because I told y'all before when some bullshit went down there. But at the end of the day, I ain't never been there, but I can only go by the things that other people have said. And based off of the things that other people have said, it ain't too bad. They say it look good. They say the music is always good. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm a pay Taste to visit whenever I choose to go home because I was supposed to be going home 2 weeks from now, and it look like I ain't fucking going. I'm finna miss homecoming, and I'm really gonna be all cried out about it because I ain't gonna be there. I'm really upset about that. Homecoming is something I never fucking miss. But anyway, moving on. She asks Latrice how her and Tisha are doing. And Latrice says that her and Tisha are good. It's just that because she's running two different businesses, she really don't have enough time to really talk to Tisha like that. But they're in a good place. Marie invites Latrice to her birthday party, and Latrice says that with everything that's going on at Takes, they got an event that same weekend, so she won't be able to go, but she will be there in spirit. Okay, she said, you want the goddess to be in a building. And Marie was like, are we beefing? Is the beef still going on? Latrice was like, no, girl, the beef not going on. I ain't gonna lie, when Latrice said that shit, that reminds me of something I did on this damn show. Because it's a certain somebody on this motherfucker that love to argue with me, but swear I'm the one that likes to argue. It ain't that I like to argue, it's just that I give a bitch back what they give me. That's all that is, but that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So to answer the question that was in it, I said that to go into this question that was asked to me in the comments, am I reviewing it? No, I'm not reviewing it, but T, JoJo, Rakisha, and Nikki are. They got a whole panel that they're going to do on this show, so y'all be on the lookout for that, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of Latrice and Marie. So let's go ahead and get into Leticia and Glenn. The two people that I can't stand to see. I can't stand Leticia and her bottom line BBL. I don't like to see Glenn looking like the off-brand Lil Boosie. I don't like to see neither one of them. They're giving Kirk and Rashida of Mississippi. That's what they're giving at this particular moment. I really hate that, but that's what they give, and that's why they're still here. Leticia says that her and Glenn are recommitted. They're recommitted. They decided to recommit to their marriage. When are they not recommitting to that marriage? When are they not trying to make this marriage work? I mean, I'm just asking. Because every other year, oh my God, me and Glenn are doing so well. Oh my God, they're doing well. I'm cooking glory greens. Oh my God, I'm cooking glory greens and pork chops. Oh my God, they're doing so well. He's doing so well. Oh my God, he's here with the baby. He's here with this. He's doing, and then the next thing you know, he in somebody DMs or he done got a bitch pregnant. It's always something going on. So I'm just saying, I don't really got time for another season of these two greasy ass individuals being on my screen pretending like they got such a great marriage, and come to find out Boosie badass is sitting up here badass and in somebody else's DMs. I mean, I'm just being honest. Don't nobody got time for that shit. Don't nobody got time for that shit at all. I promise you, no one has time, because you already know what it's giving. Y'all already know what it's giving. Y'all know that Leticia do this shit all the damn time. She really does. She sits there. She makes it seem like, everything is good. Everything is all good. All this other shit. And it's like, girl, no, it's not. Because he going to find a way to embarrass your ass every single chance that he get. He going to embarrass you. You know he is. It's a no-brainer that he's going to embarrass you. You already know that he is. But I feel like you be preparing yourself for the embarrassment, and you just try to, pretend like you ain't embarrassed, so you won't look bad in front of the camera and the public and everybody else. But we see right through you. How do you do that shit? We see right through you, girl. Like, you can't fool nobody. You ain't, I don't know who the fuck you think you fooling, but you ain't fooling anybody. And a lot of the stuff that I feel as though, when it come down to Leticia and her question mark BBL and Glenn looking like a fake ass little Boosie, I really do be feeling like they be putting on for the cameras. They be putting on for the fucking cameras. For real. Because a lot of that shit that they be going through, I really don't believe that they really be going through that bullshit sometimes. I think they be playing for the camera sometimes. Now, do I think that Glendale is a hoe? Absolutely. I do think that he's a hoe. Okay. I do believe that. From the bottom of my heart, I believe that he's a hoe. But a lot of the times, a lot of the shit that they be dealing with on camera, that shit be looking fake as a motherfucker. And it'd be very hard for me to believe that this is really going on in a damn marriage. I just gotta be honest. It do be coming across like this shit is fake as fuck. Cause a lot of things about Leticia is very contrived, all the way down to these fucking brunches that she puts together. When she ain't put together no damn brunch, she just had somebody come to a damn event space, cook a little breakfast and get some Andre champagne with some bright and early orange juice, and then she called this shit a brunch. Or this whole enterprise that she got. What is the enterprise? Cause all you do is sit in a rented office with that damn Chanel purse sitting on the damn desk to let everybody know you got a Chanel purse, cause you ain't never had one a day in your fucking life, and try to pretend like you're booked and busy. Nobody in the state of Mississippi talk about them fake ass brunches you be having. That's the thing that I be talking about. No one cares. Nobody talks about this shit, okay? No one talks about those brunches. Just like, cause when you came on Belle Collective, you was one of the main people I was looking at, and I'm like, who the fuck is she, and who eats her brunches? Who eats at her brunches? Where does she? I never heard nobody talk about her or them fucking brunches until we got on until Belle Collective brought their ass to Jackson. I want to know who been cooking them eggs and the sausages and every damn thing else at this damn brunch. I want to know, because I ain't never heard of that shit till you came on TV. And this enterprise that you got, I don't believe it's no real fucking enterprise. You doing this shit for the show. You putting on. Same thing with Marie. She sit her ass up here acting like she a damn millionaire. Her ass out here driving a Nissan Altima. You saw that shit. Anyway, moving on. Oh, God. So she said that she's gonna give him a massage, and she's letting her masculine energy go, and she's gonna be more feminine for her chocolate boosting. She's gonna give him everything that he needs and all that, and he's saying that he's loving the fact that she is letting go of her masculine energy and just being more soft for him. That's because that's what he wants and things like that. And I'm just looking at him like, it's always about what the fuck you want. What she wants is a faithful ass husband, and that's something that you're not. So what the fuck are you talking about, Glenn? Talking about what you want. Yeah, I'm so glad that she, she's doing this and she's doing that. And I'm just like, now. Let me be hot in the ass for just 1 second. Now, when Glenn came out there with his shirt off, he didn't look half bad with his shirt off. Now, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Now, he didn't look half bad with no shirt on. He looked like he got a piece of a body. He got a little chest. I love me a little chest on a man. He got a little stomach on him. It ain't a lot of stomach. It ain't that flat either. It's just a little bit of weight. And I'm like, okay, I could something that I can rub on. Like, I love to rub on a little chest. Like, put my hands on a nigga chest, like he got like breast and shit, and like I got nails. I like to put my hands on their chest like that and stuff like that. I like a little bit of chest. You feel what I'm saying? I love a chest. But he didn't look too bad with his shirt off. I could say that. But did I really want to watch his ass go get a damn massage from Leticia? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I didn't want to see him get no damn massage, and I didn't want to see Leticia catering to him like she Destiny's Child. I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see that at all. Like, what the fuck we talking about? What else went on in this damn scene? She brings up the chick Carrie Paul from the coast, and she's saying that she's inviting her to Marie's birthday party, and she can't wait for the other girls to meet her or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? So that was pretty much the gist of these two fake ass Kirk and Rashida of the show, because that's exactly what they are. They're the Kirk and Rashida of the show, and they're fake as fuck, just like them. So we get into Marie. Cedric and his fat peach is back, and he's dating Marie again. And, they've been through a lot of stuff, with him traveling all over the world without her, not really doing what he needed to do as a husband and a father, and leaving her in the house by herself all the time, not really being a husband that she needed him to be. So now he's back into her world now. And I honestly feel like he's back into her world for the sake of her having a storyline, because Marie really ain't had no storyline since season 2. In season 3, she ain't had no storyline either. She was too busy up in Tamara's business. And then, And then what else happened in season 4? She used her damn cousins for a damn storyline. Where's Sue at? I'm pretty sure she's somewhere frying fish because she look like she can fry. She can tear down a fish fry, baby. But anyway, she got said back, and he said that Marie has started being nice to him, but she really didn't start being nice to him like that until he lost his brother. And she said, I was always nice to you. It was just about your extracurricular activities, and all your women was terrorizing me. Could you imagine Marie Monroe being terrorized by a bunch of women that Cedric was fucking on? Could you imagine Cedric having a whole heap of women that he was cheating on Marie with? I don't see him having a whole lot of women cheating on Marie with them. I don't really see that. Do I see him cheating on Marie? Yeah. But with a whole pack of women? No. I'm just saying. Don't blame me. I ain't said nothing. And I see some of y'all comments, and y'all not gonna get me in no bullshit. Cause I ain't say that. Y'all said that. I ain't say that. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Cause I ain't say that. All I said was I cannot see Marie getting terrorized by no women that Cedric is fucking around on her with. But I also don't see Cedric cheating on her with a pack of women. But anyway, moving on. Where we at? So she brings up the birthday party. She says that she's having a birthday party or whatever. And he says that he's gonna try to come or whatnot. And she said, well, I'm not gonna make nobody come to no party. I ain't gonna make nobody come to no party. I'm just gonna tell him what's going on with the party. And if he don't come, then that's okay. Because if he don't come, I'm just gonna bring Martin to the party. I'm just gonna bring my damn vanilla ice cream nigga to the party. And that's all I'm gonna say about it, to be quite honest with you, because that's just what it is. If he ain't gonna come, then he's just not gonna come. I'm not gonna make him come to my party. Like, that ain't what we gonna do. I'm not gonna do that. So it is what it is. Girl, you're gonna have Martin there, you're gonna have Essie there, because Essie gonna hold it down for you. You do know that. So, Marie tells Cedric about Martin, how, she was seeing him and stuff like that. And he, everything is cool with him. So, that's pretty much the gist of it. So, at this particular point, Marie Monroe is out here juggling two niggas at the same time. She juggling Cedric, who got a whole lot of sugar in his tank. And then she's also, out here dating around with Martin, who looks like he worked at the driver's license place. That's what he looks like. So I'm not certain, but it looks like Essie is no longer in the running to be chosen and getting a clock tonight. So I don't know what's going on, but we definitely gonna see it through, okay? But it's good to see Miss Marie Monroe in a different place. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's really good to see it in a different place. It's good to see it in a different place. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that was Marie and Cedric, child, at his junky ass house, which they could have just left his junky ass house off the camera. So now we get into Selena. We get into Selena, honey, and I'm gonna tell y'all, Selena is irking me this season already, and I'm gonna tell you why. Anytime you gotta beg a nigga for attention, anytime you gotta beg a nigga to communicate with you, anytime you gotta beg a nigga to be honest with you, anytime you gotta keep repeating yourself over and over again, it's like they ain't never gonna see what's going on and what you trying to say, because either they don't give a fuck about what you talking about or what you got to say, or they're just gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. And that's what it's given with Mike. And I actually like Mike, but just watching Selena this episode, it's like, girl, are you gonna be begging this whole damn season? Because ain't nobody got time to be watching it. However, Selena said that ever since the reunion, things have gone wrong since the reunion. The girls lost their grandmama, she lost one of her dogs, this happened, she got in a bad accident. It just seemed like a whole lot of bad stuff had been going on at this particular point. So Mike got his own house, but he's always at Selena's house. And Selena don't really be going to his house like that, which is crazy to me. But Selena brings up Marie's birthday party. She said that she was invited to Marie's birthday party and things like that. So she's going to show up and do that. So then she said with the Taste situation, Latrice had hired her to work for Taste, but she can't work at Taste because of the whole accident situation. So then she said she went to a wedding venue. She said that she liked the wedding venue. She liked how everything went. It's a whole lot of plants there, but she can deal with it. And then she says, now, before we walk down this aisle, Michael, we need to have a conversation. She says that my thing with you is you went and got this truck without letting me know. And then he was like, well, I was going to tell you. And then she was like, well, when was you going to tell me, Mike? Like, when was you going to do that? And so he was like, I wanted to make sure that everything was straight on my end before I go running my mouth about getting this truck. So I didn't want to tell you about this truck and I ain't really got it. And it's like, yeah, I get it. But it's a truck. It's something huge. You need to tell her about that. You just can't sit there and, be purchasing shit and not tell her. She ain't really your girlfriend no more at this point. She your fiance and you trying to marry her. So there's certain things that you do got to run by her and let her know about, like for real. So if you're going to do that before y'all even walk down the aisle, then you can lie about any damn thing. One thing about me, I don't play with the lies and shit. Like, I don't trust folks like that anyway. So it really don't matter. She said, well, we went through this already when you went and bought a whole boat without me knowing. So you got to tell me what you doing and what you buying. Like, you got to do that. So, you bought that boat without my knowledge. And I'm like, he bought a boat without you telling her? Baby, not him buying boats and shit without telling you. Him buying a boat without telling you was enough for you to know that you ain't got no business talking to him like that. Like, at all. Like, you really don't. Because if he can't communicate with you about buying a boat and a truck, what more can he not communicate with you on? She said, I just need you to communicate. I need for you to do this. I need for you to do that. He kept, and she just went down the list of all the things she needed for him to do. And he was like, oh, okay. He was real nonchalant about it. It just seemed like he really wasn't interested in this whole conversation. He just wanted her to shut the hell up. And in hindsight, I wanted her to shut the hell up too. Just being honest. So now we get into Latrice. Now her and Cliff do a taste test. And that's because they're looking at a new executive chef. So they're trying to make sure that the food that he cooks is worth them using for is used to, use for the restaurant and for the menu and stuff like that. So at this particular point, it's like Cliff says, well, I like this chef. I think that he's fine. I could deal with this. So Latrice asks Cliff about the condos. They're going to have condos at the top of the restaurant and stuff like that. And she says that ever since they've been doing the condos, because this was Cliff's bright idea, sometimes he don't be coming home. And she feels like, there's a lot of women that comes in and out of here. And you don't be at home, you be here. And so he was like, so basically what you're saying is you got a trust issue. And then Latrice is like, yes, it's definitely a trust issue. Baby, if you can't trust that man, you don't need to be with him. You don't need to be with him if you don't trust him. Now, let's be honest here. Would I personally be okay with my husband staying at a condo and not coming home after work and shit like that? You know what I mean? Would I be okay with that? Because my mind gonna go into a whole lot of places. See a bitch is single. Okay, I'm a single man, so and because I don't really trust people like that. So when I see one red flag, it's gonna make me think of so many things that you could be doing. Now, if we got a business together and we're building condos at the top of this place, and the condos were your idea, first of all, and you don't come home some nights after the bar and stuff, after we get done, working with the bar and shit, it's gonna make me think, hey, okay, so why the fuck were you so adamant about us adding these condos up here? That's number one. Number two, why the fuck you gotta stay at a condo every night? Are you fucking one of the employees up in here? Three, are you taking some of our female patrons up there so you can fuck them? And is that why you not coming? Those are the type of things that I would be thinking in the back of my mind, because it's like, what the fuck are you doing, and what the fuck do you have going on at these condos for you not to come home? That's one thing to do when you just a boyfriend and girlfriend, but bitch, you married to this girl. Why the fuck you not coming home? And then you want to ask her if it's a trust issue. It is a trust issue. Yeah, she got every right to feel that way. But in the same breath, Latrice, if you don't trust them, then why the fuck are you with them? Why you having trust issues? Is it because he did something like this already? Or does it involve your past? Just saying. Um, Next thing you know, Amanda, aka Mandy, she arrives, and it looks like Cliff don't really like Mandy like that. Now, Mandy is Latrice's best friend, and y'all already know with this particular show, I know folks, so I can give y'all the rundown on these people, who they are. Now, Amanda is my classmate. Latrice graduated in 2006. Me and Amanda graduated 2007. Okay. So we all went to high school together. Latrice and Amanda also went to Jackson State together. If I'm not mistaken, Amanda pledged I think she's a Zeta, if I'm not mistaken. They both was a part of that Arcanet thing in high school where, people who aspire to be Zetas and things like that. So it's kind of like, whatever. But yeah, so it's kind of like one of those type of things. Um, she is she's been her best friend for many, many moons. They've been friends forever. And that's what it is. Now I do know that Amanda was married to a female. She's a lesbian for what I do know. And Amanda has a daughter who just graduated from high school too, not too long ago. She's in college now. So that's what I do know about Amanda. So out of all the people that's on this show with Latrice, Amanda is definitely her real friend. Amanda definitely went to high school with her because she's in my class. So yes, that's pretty much the gist of it. Let's see. Latrice reveals that Amanda just had her own divorce, and Amanda says that she's trying to get her feet wet in the dating pool. And that is when Cliff is saying, well, you know what I'm saying? What are you looking for? She was like, what you mean what I'm looking for? He was like, are you looking for a man? Or are you looking for a woman? Because I don't know what you looking for. She said cat, dog, whatever gonna act right or whatever. And I'm just like, that sound like the shit Amanda would say. So yeah, so it's just I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's real funny to see people that I know and went to school with being on this show. It's crazy. And I almost forgot to mention that Amanda does hair. She got her own beauty shop in downtown Jackson, I believe. So yes, she's that girl around there. She's one of the girls. She's one of the girls. And I knew that it was gonna be a time before she got on Belle Collective anyway. And she's been on the show multiple times anyway. Let's move on to the birthday party. Selena and Mike, they're sitting at the table, and Selena is arguing with Mike again about communication. I'm like, girl, are we gonna run through this entire season? Like, are we gonna sit here and talk about communication this whole season? Like, is that what we gonna do? Because I ain't got time to be listening to this over and over again, girl. Like, what the fuck we doing? You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, girl, what? So She says that, okay, so Tambra arrives and Tambra says that she's been booked and busy and been trying to stay out the way and out of everybody's business. She's been trying to get her own business on point, and I don't really blame a girl. Stay your ass away from what everybody else going on. I don't blame you. Leticia and Glenn arrives, and Selena says that she's going to go and talk to Leticia because her and Glenn have been through a lot of things, and she feels like at the end of the day, Leticia would definitely understand where she's coming from. So she goes over to Leticia and she says, "Girl, I need to talk to you." And so Leticia was like, "Girl, what's going on? What's going on?" She said, "Well, I know that you and I know that you and Glenn have gone through a whole lot of things and stuff like that, but I'm going through some communication right now, communication issues with Mike, and I just feel like if if you can't communicate with me, then we can't walk down the aisle." And Leticia was like, "Oh my God." And she was like, "Don't you know he went about a truck without telling me, just like he went about a boat without telling me? And I know you went through some of this stuff already." And then Leticia was like, "Girl, you are triggering me, honey. You are triggering me." And I'm like, "Girl, I would not be going to Leticia of all fucking people to be talking about my relationship problems. Because first of all, she got her own fucking relationship problems that she need to take up with. The fuck she gonna do to help you with yours?" I mean, I'm just saying. I ain't trying to be a jackass, but I'm just saying, like, who is she to help anybody with their fucking relationship problems when her marriage is one of the biggest laughing stocks? Everybody thinks that Latrice and Glenn's marriage is a damn laughing stock. No. The ones that's really a motherfucking laughing stock is goddamn Leticia and Glenn. Now that's a goddamn laughing stock if I ever seen one. Okay, I'm just being for real. Because I laugh at their ass every time they come on my damn screen. They just that damn funny. They're a big joke to me, honestly. But anyway, I'm just like, Selena, why the fuck you talking to her about anything? The fuck? But Carrie Paul comes in. She arrives and she's doing the absolute most. Leticia introduces Carrie to Selena and Tambra. Maria arrives, and then later on, Martin arrives. And then because Cedric was there late. So Glenn comes over, introduces Cedric and Martin, and it's like a real awkward situation. Carrie says that she dated a white man. Tambra says she never dated a white man. She only likes black men. I only like black men too, Tambra. Shit. Martin says that he got kids, but he's separated. So come to find out, Martin is still married. Marie then starts explaining her dilemma with Martin and Cedric. And Carrie says that she feels like Marie likes the drama. And Marie was like, "Harpo, who is this woman and why is she all up in my business?" And to be honest, this was the one time I was on Marie's side because I'm like, "Carrie, why the fuck are you in her business and you just met her? Sit your Gulf Coast ass the fuck down and calm down. Because, girl, you doing too much. You give it it's like she giving a lot on the first episode. So they're making me wonder. And because then she shake the event, called it shabby chic, and I thought that was funny as hell. She's giving Akeisha vibes, though. That's what she's giving. A younger Akeisha. Let me just say that. So that was the party. So later on, we got Latrice, Amanda, and Tambra. They're all over there at Amanda's beauty shop. They talk about Cliff. And Latrice is basically telling Amanda how she feels about Cliff getting those condos and not really coming home at night. And then Amanda says, "Well, you need to put your foot down because if you keep on allowing him to do stuff, he gonna feel like he can still do it." So then that is when Tamara comes in and gives them the rundown on the party. And so that's when they was talking about Marie, and Tamara was like, "Listen, when Marie has a man, her focus is not on us, it's on herself." So she's really trying to figure her own self out. So Amanda says that she can deal with Marie because you already know what she gonna give. But when it come down to Leticia, she don't understand why Latrice is back cool with Leticia. None of us do. And she doesn't understand why she can't see that Leticia throws rocks in her hands, which is something else that we all know to be true. So then Amanda then says that Glenn was in her DMs. And Amanda was like, I kind of entertain him a little bit because, he black, he ugly, he kind of my type. It's something very attractive about semi-ugly niggas. It's something about a man that's not that attractive, but they attractive at the same time. It's something about them. I feel like they can real good. That's just me. But anyway, they're going through the DMs, and Glenn was saying he'll give her that pressure and all this other shit. And they reading the messages, and Latrice feels some type of way about it because number one, why is Glenn steady doing that shit to Leticia? And then on top of that, she feels some type of way because Amanda and Leticia are her friends. So, she loves Tisha and she loves Amanda. And Amanda said she kept it from her because she never wanted Latrice to feel like she got to, pick a side or tell her something. And Tamara feels like Latrice don't need to bring that to Tisha. But I'm going to say this. I'm looking at the comments and Latrice is already being blamed for this. And then on top of that, they're saying that Latrice is a snake for bringing Amanda around. But how soon do we forget? Okay. First things first. That is a problem that Leticia need to take up with Amanda, because I'm pretty sure that Latrice did not tell Amanda to entertain that woman's husband. She chose to entertain him. That's number one. Number two, how soon do we forget? We talking about Latrice and Amanda being on this show together. What about when Leticia brought Tysha on the show? So knowing that Tysha had something going on with Greedy, then invited her to an event that Marie was having while Tamara was there and trying to get a reaction out of Tamara. See, people forget about things like that, and I just feel like Leticia's getting her karma. Now, do I agree with anything that Amanda is doing? Absolutely not, because, girl, you was just a wife yourself. So how the fuck you gonna sit up here and entertain somebody else's husband in the DMs and shit because he kind of your type? That's some hoe ass shit, Amanda. I just gotta be honest. That didn't make you look good at all, considering the fact that you just got out of a marriage of your own. Like that don't look good either. But another thing, though, at the same time, I don't feel bad for Leticia not one bit, because Leticia did that same shit when she brought Tysha around, knowing that Tysha was calling herself allegedly fucking around with Greedy. And not only that, she knew that Tamara and Greedy were a thing and all this other shit. That's what she did now. So fuck out of here. Okay? So we're not going to sit up here and try to blame Latrice for what the fuck Amanda did. So it is what it is. But that was pretty much the first episode. I mean, the first episode was all right. You know what I mean? Like, it could have, I've seen better first episodes of Belle Collective, but the first this first episode was okay. It was cool. Like it wasn't the best episode. It wasn't the best premiere, but it was all right. You feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much all that I got for Belle Collective. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Now we want to hit 100+ people when I'm getting ready to get off of here. But I really enjoyed you guys tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. So that's pretty much the gist of that. So I got to go. But before I do get the hell on up out of here, make sure you guys pick up my book, That's Why You're Lonely. It's available now on Amazon and Kindle Books right now. So just know that it's available. Go ahead and pick it up. Those of you who did pre-orders last month, your books are on the way. All right. So with that being said, this is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. With that being said, you guys, boys, are out of here, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Cause I know what I want. I guess I could pray to the man up above. Start a new path with unconditional love. I can build a new life out of this mess. Moving on to a place free from the stress. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. All of my life, and you know it hit the worst when it starts with the night. I'm the type of nigga shit that can speak for itself. See, I'm a bad little nigga with his heart as well. Say it best from the heart, so it beating is felt. Just a sense to see you smile, so more body can melt. With the cause is dealt, nigga, I was just wishing. Can I be the only bad bitch that you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like?